Growing up with Beatrice, she won't know the same kind of financial struggle that our parents showed us. My parents always fought about money. There was always a lack. I feel like it's not me. I feel like it's not real, but as of just a few weeks ago, my credit score is a 759. And hi, my name is Kirsten or Kit, and I talk about on my personal finance channel going from $50,000 in debt to combining my income with my partner, and then us working towards financial independence now as a family. As long as our new addition will let me today, I will talk about our updates with our life as far as our personal finances go. And I know how obnoxious it is when somebody's like swiveling in their chair as they're giving a presentation or has repetitive, body language, but I'm gonna bounce because she likes it. And hopefully she'll stay asleep so that I can talk. I'm happy to be back. I really haven't been motivated to record anything at all. I just had mommy brain, pregnancy brain, postpartum, kind of fog. It seems like it's been 9 years since she's been born, but she's only 10 weeks old. And we are stoked to have her, really excited about all of the changes and the decisions that we've made that have led us to here today, especially financially. And so I'll try to stay on topic. I've got a little list of things that I wrote down. As far as our 2024, it is the second or third week of March now. So almost Q1 done. I want to check in with our 2024 goals and just see where we're at. So here are my points. And these are in no particular order. I just wrote them down kind of on things that I was excited about. The things that I most wanted to talk to you about first is my credit score. So when I first started my financial journey, it was in 2022, and my credit score was absolutely in the toilet bowl. Really embarrassing, actually. Like, I didn't even want to talk about it with my partner. We wanted to buy a house and do all of these things. If we wanted to get into real estate, like, I couldn't even be approved. I don't know, let me not jump ahead. I wanted all of these things, but I couldn't even be approved to be on our apartment's lease because I had delinquencies on my on my credit score. So I had to be taken off the lease and just be like the first one. I think I was just an add-on. Like, I wasn't an actual like roommate on the lease. It was just my partner and then his best friend, because my credit score was so poor. And then even when we moved into another apartment in 2023, I don't think I was on that lease either, because I still had a delinquency on my report. And even though I made these transgressions when I was 20, 21, shopping and maxing out credit cards on like TJ Maxx, Target, Kohl's, I think I might have had a Walmart credit card, all of them went to collections. And even though I settled, I still had crazy damage. But let's come to now. I feel like it's not me. I feel like it's not real, but as of just a few weeks ago, my credit score is a 759. And it opens up just a world of opportunities, and it's absolutely unreal. So TransUnion, I think I have a 759, and Experian, I think I have a 757, and it's amazing. And right now I only have 2 Capital One credit cards, which also with Capital One, I had one that was charged off before, but that's all good. I have my 2 Capital One credit cards. I'm an authorized user on one of my husband's Chase Sapphire credit cards, and that's really it. I paid off my car this past year, and that was a massive one, and I have about $33,000 of student loans, and so that is really my only credit history right now. All of those delinquencies has fallen off my report, and it feels so good to finally not be judged for my past actions. Even though that is me, I still feel like I have to constantly check myself, because I am still that girl who wants to book a flight last minute and go to, I don't know, South Korea, or I don't know, just like travel or buy a bikini, but I'm not that person anymore. Now I am really responsible with my finances and take care of things. It still feels like I might be missing something, missing a payment, missing a deadline, but clearly I'm not. And it's super cool to just have my score reflect how responsible I've been. And back in 2022, I thought I will never get out of this mess, but it just goes to show that time and dedication and staying on top of things, eventually those past transgressions will just fall off, and nobody would ever know, looking at my credit score, if we needed to get an apartment or get a house, which is stupid these days. Or not stupid if you get a house, but right now it doesn't make sense for us to be approved for a mortgage at a 7% interest rate. So, but you know, if I needed to use my credit score or get car insurance, like everything is so many things look at your credit score these days and judge you for it. And now I'm okay with that. And I know I still have much more to go. I would love to have an even higher credit score, but it feels really, really good. And so on top of that, I went ahead and got a Chase Sapphire credit card. I was approved for a Chase Sapphire credit card, preferred, and I got, well, we're working on right now just spending $4,000 in the first 3 months to get the $60,000 bonus points that you get when you sign up for this card. And Brad, my husband, got 15,000 points because I used his referral code. So we will use those points to book our next year's vacation. I know it sounds crazy, but it will actually be kind of difficult for us to spend, maybe not kind of difficult, but it'll take a while for us to spend that $4,000, at least 2 months, so all of March, all of April, to spend that $4,000 to get those $60,000 bonus points. But we'll also use this card. I'll make him an authorized user, and both of us will just pretty much primarily use this card for the rest of the year and build up points on that. We won't use our other cards that we are getting points on. Anyways, that's just really exciting. I have a Chase Sapphire preferred card. I feel like that's a big girl credit card too. They gave me an $8,500 spending limit or credit limit, and that is the highest one I've ever had. I know that's like not a big deal. People have a lot higher credit limits than that, but that is a big milestone for me, so I'm gonna be happy about it. And adding on to that, it just goes easily into travel. So one of our big goals this year was to go to another country, and while I mentioned we are thinking about Puerto Rico, I know it's not another country necessarily because it's a territory of the United States, but we will be going to Puerto Rico in May, and we'll go for 2 weeks. Currently, our points from Bradley's Chase Sapphire Preferred and then his Chase Hyatt card are paying for, it covered our flights there and back, our car while we're there for 2 weeks, and so that's all covered. And then we also booked our Airbnb, and that is now paid for as well. So really, when we get down there, the only thing we have to buy is lots and lots of Puerto Rican food. And we're really, really happy. We're gonna go down and surf and spend time at the beach and spend time with our 4 or 5 month old. So we're really, really excited about that. It means that we are just checking off our boxes on our goals, and also it will help us reach that spending that we need to do on my Chase Sapphire Preferred. So we have that extra month, and then that's how we'll get our $4,000, because we'll be traveling and there's always things that come up when I need to buy sunscreen or a new towel or something like that. So that is really, really exciting. Gives me something to look forward to, because I love spending time with Beatrice, watching her develop and learn new skills, learn that she has hands. But it is going to be really nice to leave the house, have something to look forward to, and just explore the world again. Traveling with Bradley is one of my favorite things. Basically, okay, let's go move on to expenses. So currently we are living in Florida. We moved from a high income place to a low income place so that I could have maternity leave, because I was working multiple part-time jobs. I wouldn't have had maternity leave up there. Plus expenses are so high that we would still have to pay like $2,000 in rent every month. Here, currently, we're paying $300 in rent. It's just to a family, just to make sure that, you know, they have enough to keep upkeep with the house. And I don't know, maybe take a day off of work every now and then. And then we're also paying $170, which includes water, Wi-Fi, electric. So roughly $500 every month to keep the roof over our heads and to have a wonderful place to stay. And we are so fortunate for that. We really could not have taken this time to spend with Beatrice and just take it really slow being new parents. So I can't even imagine. We're really fortunate for that. What is next? Currently, so our savings, we have depleted all of our savings for maternity and paternity leave coming down here. It was the plan for what we were going to do. We were going to, the home that we were in needed so many modifications and upgrades. The floor was leaking, the washing machine and dryer weren't working, had to be replaced. We needed a refrigerator. We built out a whole new kitchen. We made a bedroom because there were geckos and roaches crawling around in this one, and it had cinder blocks in it on the floor. It was just really gross. So we updated a lot of things and spent our savings on that and just on life, covering our living expenses and our food for the past few months since Beatrice was born on January 2nd. Right now we have an emergency fund of $1,000 and a high yield savings account, Marcus by Goldman Sachs. We have Beatrice's savings. We put $550 in the high yield savings account as well for Beatrice, and we plan on just investing. I think our goal was just $1,000 in this first year to get her a good head start financially for the future. I know with compounding interest, we looked at it being $20,000. I don't remember if that was with a high yield savings account of 4.5% or if that was with a market interest rate of, or not interest rate, return of 8%. Really cool about Beatrice too. Brad made her an authorized user on our Chase Sapphire Preferred card. So I think that means that she's gonna be building credit since she was 0 years old. And it's just really cool that Brad and I have turned around our financial story, and it's done a 180 and I'm gonna get emotional about this, but growing up with Beatrice, she won't know the same kind of financial struggle that our parents showed us. My parents always fought about money. There was always a lack. Like my mom couldn't go grocery shopping because my dad said she spent too much money. So my dad went grocery shopping at Sam's Club, and it was just always a sore subject. We just never had enough money to do anything. Like I bought my own cap and gown. I bought my own homecoming dress in high school. My parents didn't buy me a car. And those are like first world problems. And I've lived and grown up and realized that now. But just Beatrice won't know a world where we're stressed about money, and that's really the goal. She'll be a part of our financial conversations when Brad and I need to have it. She'll have a good relationship with credit, and I think she'll just be a lot more confident about money, where she won't have that awkward stage of, with a partner not knowing how to talk about money. Like it'll just be hopefully easy, and she'll just like dealing with expenses, and I don't know, it's just really awesome. And then lastly, we have roughly $5,000 and some change, maybe $5,300 in our wedding fund, and that was a gift from a friend, and we have not touched that, which is really cool. We have our 3 debts still, both mine and Bradley's student loans, and then we owe on our car. We're just sharing the car now. We have been offered a car by Brad's mom, which is so cool, but I don't have a job right now, and so really there's nowhere that I need to go while Brad's working, and I don't want to pay for the extra car insurance, so it's just not something that we're taking on right now, even though it would be a free car. I'm debating that, and I just feel like there's still a lot to think about on that one. Investments. We are planning on investing in Brad's 401k. We still have his 401k and a couple $1,000s in an M1 VTI index fund, that is basically the same as it was the last update that I had. And then income, I am making absolutely no income for our family. I am continually thanking Bradley for going out and providing for our family. Every bite of food that I eat, it's because he is going out and working to provide for our family. And it's so cool. I know that people struggle with financial infidelity, and I'm so thankful that I just can't relate, because Bradley, I just trust him with every ounce of my being. He is such a good dad to Beatrice, and a fantastic partner to me. We're really fortunate that our expenses are so low, because right now he is at his Nana's house doing yard work, and his Nana is really just paying him like $20 or $25 an hour to move pavers and to garden, which is stuff he would do here for free because we both enjoy that. But yeah, he's working with both of his grandmothers, usually like 4 hours at a time, and just coming home and getting to spend the rest of the day with us, watching Beatrice, letting me go to the gym, and it's really, really cool. He also works with his dad sometimes, and maybe we're talking now, I guess that's where we'll lead into the next part. We're talking now. I've never had nothing to do, and I'm not saying watching Beatrice and taking care of her is nothing, because it's absolutely everything. But if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that, especially while paying off of debt, I was working 70 hours a week, maybe even more, overnight shifts. I had multiple different jobs that I had to keep track of, and responsibilities, and of course relationships. But now really all I have to do is take care of Beatrice, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. But I'm a little bit losing my mind. If you're type A and have built your life out around a schedule, then you understand, like, not knowing the day of the week it makes you a little bit crazy. And so I will be looking into getting a part-time job. I think right now we've had a few conversations, Brad and I, of just what we want our life to look at like, and I think both of us having part-time work is the move. Brad is more than capable of getting a full-time job and me being a full-time stay-at-home mom, but I just don't think that would be good for either of us. I think Brad would want to spend more time at home. I think we'd want to spend time, if we have part-time jobs, I think there's more flexibility to travel as well. We don't want to be just the regular American family that takes 1 or 2 vacations for 5 days or something like that each a year. We want to be able to travel and see the world while it still exists as it is today, and so that's really important to us. We're still working around that. I've put in my application at a steakhouse, and it was denied. I think I may go in there and just interview anyways. I've never been accepted for an interview with just my resume online, absolutely ever. But when I interview and talk to people, I come across as a different person. I don't know, maybe my resume absolutely stinks, but so I can still do that. It would allow me to work nights and make really good money so that I could capitalize on my time as best as I can, have fun, talk to other people, get my outlet there, make money to bring home to my family, and spend the most time with her as I can. And that would be nights. Brad would work like mornings or days, and I think we could still spend the most time with each other. Or I could get a hospital job. I'm considering getting my nursing degree. I would need in-state tuition to finish the classes for that, so I'm waiting 1 year. I would start in spring 2025. That's a little ways down the road, but maybe the hospital here, if I got a job, I could get reimbursement for tuition. And so I'm planning on interviewing for that on the 20th. So some things are in the work. We will be getting more income coming in soon, but that is the current update for our family, our life update for our personal finances. If you stayed along for this rambly talk, thank you so much. I really appreciate you tuning in. I would love any comments or feedback if you were also on a maternity or paternity leave, and just kind of what you did for your finances, especially if it was unfunded. Tell me about your stories. Tell me about your credit score wins. I absolutely love to hear it. I'm really happy to reconnect back on YouTube, and I hope that I continue to stay motivated. I did take a hiatus. I didn't like to do it, but I really want to be here and interact on YouTube. So I'm back, and thank you so much for watching all of the way. Like and subscribe to this video, and it would definitely be more motivating for me to keep posting more frequently. But Beatrice was amazing. Thank you so much, my sweet girl. I will try to edit this and throw this up immediately. Goodbye. We'll see you in the next one.